Hello, my name is Kayla Smith, and my project is on the Yuki Tribe. The Yuki Tribe are indigenous people of California whose territory is around Round Valley, Mendocino County. The heart of the Yuki territory has been the Round Valley. The Yuki has lived from Humboldt back to the Upper Russian River area for over 10,000 years, not including other tribes that have migrated to California. The Yuki tribe spoke the Yuki language, also known as Yurka, which is now extinct. The Yuki has looked at the Yuki is looked at as the original Paleo Indians of California. On the picture with the men, that's a picture of the Yuki tribe together, and for the picture of the map, that's the California state, and in the black that shows where the Yuki tribe was located. Diversity of population. There were many descendants of many local tribes throughout the Yuki population. The Yuki suffered a catalytic population decline under the United States rule between 1854 and 1864. Catalytic means like anything with dealing with violence. With so many different types of crimes going on, like murders, abductions, and more, caused the population to go from 20,000 to several hundreds. The tribe lived in California voluntarily, so they were protective of their homeland. The Yuki people of Round Valley were eventually forced into a difficult situation when the reservations was established. The tribe being forced to move resulted in a Mendocino War. The settlers were migrating to California almost completely took over their homeland. The Yuki people had to live with complete strangers that spoke different languages, had different beliefs, and people that used their land and products differently. This picture on the top left is the picture of the Round Valley. That's the big lake where they got majority of their food from. The picture that has the California map, where the red is, that's where the Mendocino War took place. And for the picture that's in black and white, that's actually a picture of the Mendocino War. Cultural identity. The tribe would make these headbands with yellow hammer quills that would be worn during their ceremonies. They made koyo baskets from dogwood, honeysuckle, hazel, and more. They didn't have any boats or rafts, so they would make large baskets and use them to float across the river. They would also take turns pushing, they had to push it to get it going, so they would take turns pushing it. The Yuki people built dance houses that served multiple purposes, such as sweat lodges that also held hundreds of people for their ceremonies. For the basket, that's the basket that they had to float across the river. That's the little dance houses where they do their ceremonies, sweat lodges, and all of that. And that's also a picture of a guy wearing the headbands that was made with the yellow hammer quills. Food traditions. Deer, acorns, and salmon were their main food. Their diet was varied and abundant. They also ate grasshoppers when they were able to catch them. The Yuki were known as hunter-gatherers. Acorns provided the Yuki with the mush that was a part of almost every meal. They had to have acorn almost with every meal. The men hunted the deer, birds, and small game and caught fish in the river, while the women gathered acorns and made them into meals. Also, they collected berries, nuts, and plants. They also had a supply of fresh fish all year. This is a picture. The top picture on the left is the picture of the acorns. That's in the bottom under it. That's the women feeding the men after coming in from hunting. After they gather everything to cook, and that's a picture of a small game. Ceremony, rituals, and celebrations. Celebrations are important to the Yuki tribe. A lot of their ceremonies were based on young people growing into adulthood. The acorn sing was held in January and May. This was a happy ceremony. This ceremony was held to please Taikamo, who was the creator of the Yuki world, so that it would be a good acorn crop. Both men and women would dance and wear special feather capes and dance skirts. Before every battle, the Yuki would dance, and if there was a victory, they would dance again. Storytelling was also very important to the Yuki tribe. The picture that's in color is a picture of them doing the dance that they usually do, and the picture in black and white is what they would wear, the feather capes and the dance skirts. Interesting facts. Out of all of the California tribes, the Yuki is the only tribe that continuously lives in their ancestral homeland. The name of the Yuki is in Witan word which means stranger or foe. They were the largest out of the four groups out of the united by the Ukrainian language family. The Yuki only fought battles with the other tribes that they had to make trades with. And that picture is a picture of them fighting one of their battles. Challenges. This I try to look for like current challenges, but they don't really have any current challenges. Like their population right now is like really really small, so they don't have any like current challenge at the moment. But they had a lot back then, which were they were forced to live with complete strangers. They didn't really have transportation, so they had to make baskets to like float everywhere in the river. They got into many battles with the Nome Laki to the northeast and the Pomo to the south, and sometimes with the Kato. They face problems like new settlers coming to California trying to take over their territory. The Yuki had to share their home with strangers, once again, like I said before, that spoke different languages, that had different beliefs, and who also used their land and products for something different. Once the Yuki was forced to live in the reservations, they couldn't really adjust like to the weather and the season, so the people that were sick or the elders, they wouldn't survive. That's why their population declined real quick once they got moved into the reservations. Cultural intelligence. The Yuki people were very protective of their homeland. They were known as aggressive because they attacked other nearby native peoples on many occasions trying to protect their homeland and resources. The Yuki tribe counting system was based on the four spaces between your fingers they would use two fingers to at the same time when counting between their fingers to equal 8. I couldn't find like an actual picture of them like using their fingers, but I did also find a picture of their chart that represents their number 1 through 8. In conclusion, the Yuki tribe had a great bond with the people within the tribe. They did not like outsiders coming in or messing with their land or product. As I did research for this project, I feel like most people view the Yuki people as possessive and aggressive, but I feel like they had a reason to act the way they act because they were there first before the other people. I also like the bond. Like I feel like was first within this tribe, and I like that because like I feel like family should always be first. And these are my resources. Thank you.